Hello, everyone. This is Natasha again from Natural Answers. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something very interesting, where we are trying to communicate and we feel like there's just a lot of noise, right? What happens when you're trying to send a message across, when you feel like you have something very, very important to share and you want to communicate it with the people around you, and you feel like the world is just deaf, they cannot hear, they don't want to hear, they don't want to see what you're seeing, and they just don't understand you no matter what you do. So you've been sharing the same message with them over and over and over again, just um, just feels like you're facing a brick wall in front of you, and your message is just not going through. So happens a lot in the family situations, happens in the community level as well, where we want to just share something with the world, but we don't feel like there's somebody there to understand us. So what should we do? Well, this is what I call too much noise. Too much noise occurs when there's too many messages being said and nobody is there to hear it. Too much noise could be the noise that is happening in your head where you're disoriented or disorganized with the number of thoughts you have. So, what you want to do before you communicate your message with the other person, write down your message and clarify it within yourself. So, what is it that I want to say? Can I be more specific? Can I uh, understand that why do I want to say it? Why is it so important to me? Well, it's so important because it might be making a big difference in the world. It might be what the world needs. But why is it important to me right now? How does the topic that I want to talk about relate to me? And why does it make me uncomfortable the most? So, when you write that down, you're going to come across some kind of experience linked to what you want to say. And most of the time, when you are not feeling like you're able to communicate the message, that experience that's linked to you has not been resolved. So first step to take is resolve the experience that you're trying to share with the rest of the world. There should not be a pain point. When there's a pain point affecting you, then the energy is going to every single person that you're trying to communicate it with. Sometimes it happens that we experience pain and we find a solution and we want to share that solution with the rest of the world. But if you say that you have a solution to the problem, if you've got the solution, then there should not be pain, right? You've already healed the pain. Now you can heal it on others. The second step is when you're communicating and you feel like the other people are just not listening, then pay attention to how you're communicating the message. So, for example, are we being very loud and scary for the other person to listen? So, for example, I'm a mother. When I'm talking to my child, there's many times that I might get really upset and I want to just be loud. That please, uh, turn the volume down. Please stop running. So when I feel a raise in my voice, I also have to understand that when I'm raising my voice, the child might take that as a threat, right? So if I'm raising my voice and the child is, for example, uh, you know, trying not to pay attention to me, they might raise their voice level too, or they might react. It kind of goes into again the fight or flight response to a smaller extent, where the child is now seeing that there's somebody, a bigger authority, a bigger person than me, raising their voice at me, coming at me, kind of thing. And their response is either gonna be, okay, let's face it, or it's going to be run. Hence, when I use that kind of voice, when I use that kind of um, and that means to communicate, I also have to pay attention to what energy I'm sending out, right? So the best way when you're not getting the response you want by raising your voice in a place where the volume or noise level is high, where everybody seems to be talking and you're just one of the voices, just think about it. Think about the psychology behind it. If all the voice sounds are there and everybody's talking loud, what's going to be the factor that actually grabs the attention? The factor is silence. The factor is create a sense of curiosity. Ask a question and be very silent and have them come to you for the answers. Try these approaches and see if that works when you're trying to communicate next time with the other people. So, one more time, I'll summarize the points that I've talked about. When you're communicating and there's too much noise, find out what's the root cause, what's the experience that's linked to why I want to share this message, and is there any pain attached to it. If that issue is unresolved, we need to find a way to resolve it before we can communicate it to other people. So once we resolve it for ourselves, when we communicate it, the other parties will feel the energy. And the second point is that if you're being avoided and there's too much noise around you where everybody's noise level is high, then the other way to grab the attention is to use the opposite means, which is to create a sense of curiosity and use silence. Because the more you're being loud in a place that's filled with loud volume, the more you're going to be avoided, to be honest. And that's just the tip of the day for now. This is again Nitasha Arooj and from Natural Answers saying hello and have yourselves a great day.